one of the best coaches in all of basketball, and the offense is his main calling card, and he's really flexible with his system in regards to personnel. Where if they have great post players like they do this year, they'll post up more, or if they have great 3-point shooters, they'll get more 3-point attempts. And one thing about him that's really well done is how he'll have plays start off looking the same, but there'll be tweaks and differences, and the players will know how to read the defense based on what is being presented. And so what's confusing about that and difficult is that the defense can never really get comfortable, and it keeps them off balance. So I wanted to highlight three sets against BYU where the plays and the setup kind of look similar, but it's different, and it leads to a good post-up result despite BYU consciously trying to stop a good post entry. Action in full, and I'm going to rewind with some commentary and highlight what makes it successful. So the end result is a high-low pass for 2, but what makes it an effective high-low? So let's go to this. We're going to have Killian Tilly, the center, at the top of the key, a little bit of behind, go to the wing, and the slot wing, then it's going to go to the wing, and he's going to set a screen. Now, BYU's defensive coverage, it looks like right now they're going to hard hedge, but it gets carried a little bit farther out and strung out, so then they end up just purely switching. Now, this is a guard on Killian Tilly who is around 7 feet tall. Now, right where my mouse is, you'll see another Drew Timme, freshman 4, around 6'9", 6'10"-ish. So, we have the guard now on Tilly. We have a forward. We have 2 forwards on BYU in the paint. So how do we get a good post look? Well, Timme sees the mismatch. So what he's going to do is going to flash to the high post. And what that does now, that brings the defense out. Now because there's more spacing, now the defender that was cheating more to Tilly in the block, now he has to be more in his gap and account for the corner man on offense. And then Timmy's man himself has to carry up because Timme can shoot and dribble off in the high post. So great offensive recognition, great awareness. The pass goes high-low. At this point, you just throw it up and trust that your big man, who has a sizable size advantage, will get up and get the easy 2. Throws it up, fights it a little bit. Great late. Second half, we'll watch the play, and then we'll do some analysis. Now remember, the first clip we broke down was against the pick and roll. The hard hedge was strung out so much that BYU ended up switching, okay? So let's go back to that pick and roll one more time. Now, BYU clearly talked about this and realized, hey, wait a minute, if we keep on switching onto a 6'11 big that can post really well and shoot, we're going to get abused. So we need to fight back. We need to get our big back on his big, on Gonzaga's big. So you see the pick and roll, and one last time around here, they just abandoned and switched. The hedge keeps going. Now, because they're still hedging and haven't switched yet, where my mouse is right now, this guy is the tag man. So he's going to have to leave the corner and go stop the roll. And obviously the weak side's playing in their gaps right now. Jump to the ball. There's the tag. Man touches number 3. You see the hard hedge. The guards are recovered. So now this big guy needs to sprint back on BYU, and this wing player needs to get back to 33, which is Killian Tilly. So we make the pass. However, because of the distance he has to run, and because they didn't switch, look at the post positioning. Look at that. That is, when he catches the ball, he's right here. He's on the paint line. He didn't have to fight or work hard at all to get there. He easily got ideal post positioning. And even though the BYU defender is back in time, he was just running a bunch. He's probably a little fatigued, and now he has a Gonzaga player in ideal positioning that didn't have to work really hard to get there at all. And the result, great drop step, easy 2. That's manipulating the defense and understanding tendencies and adjustments, and no matter what the defense does, always making your game plan work. That's terrific X's and O's coaching. Back to the first half. Now, the first clip we saw was in the first half as well, and that was a switch against a hard hedge. Let's see what Gonzaga does this time. Let's rewind. Now let's go to where this play really is made. So Timme is number 2, where my mouse is. And the defense is expecting him to set a ball screen. Now, BYU hard hedges, okay? Which means that the big defender will go out to meet the guard who has the ball, whoever has the ball, until their teammate can recover. So you see right here, the BYU defender is ready to hedge. However, Gonzaga has other plans. What do? They slip it. And look at that one hesitation does. It gives him a lead over his man. And because of that, he can box him out in great post positioning. There's one other detail I want to show you. So here we have Killian Tilly right here, 33. He's on the block. He's in the middle of the paint. His man's on him. Now look what happens when the screen gets closer and closer and closer. This is what really makes the play. Here's Tilly's man. However, he thinks that Timmy is going to roll. Now, he'll be the tag guy because the hard hedge is going to occur. However, so he's hanging back. However, because of the slip and they're not expecting it, what happens? He's frozen. He's stuck, and now Tilly has gone up to high positioning. Now, what happens? Now the distance between him and Tilly is greater and greater and greater. By the time he catches the ball, look, he has to hustle to get Tilly, but because of that, he vacates the middle of the paint. Now, combine that with the fact that Timmy got a head start because he slipped instead of setting a screen. Now we have terrific high-low action where, look, this defender, he can't deflect the pass. He's playing catch-up. The big on Timmy, he can't really fight for post positioning because he's a step behind already. So now we have a really seamless high-low. Throw the ball up. Let your big man be big. Easy too. This is always having an answer for what the defense does, and it really speaks to the high IQ players the Gonzaga program has to know how to manipulate multiple pick-and-roll coverages to get high percentage, high quality shots at the rim, always with players that love playing down low. Terrific, terrific basketball.